We also have to mention that our next game is no commentary.
And we're back. Apologies for that. That's technical difficulties. Good old technical difficulties.
Oh, man.
Through the power of technology, we can also go back and show you every single play that you missed. Because
Which wasn't much.
Wasn't much.
Just the kickoff, I think, and a pass to Zayden Van for -1 yard. So nothing important, guys. You missed 0 things.
That's all. So, welcome back to the High School Football Alliance. We have a quarter to go here. In South Center, Ian Harlan's going to throw it across the middle. Under pressure, he's going to find Nigel Sams. This technology likes to toy with us.
Yep. Hopefully, hopefully it's okay now. But nice catch for Sams. I think that said it was his 7th catch of the night. Again, just having a really good game.
Our internet decided to drop all of a sudden. No clue why. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Jays. Harlan drops back to throw. Swing pass to Van's going to get blown up. And the Lions are going to get the ball back.
Man, and now the Jays are the ones that really have the vanilla offense. I mean, I know Harlan's thrown a few picks, but you can't just take him out of the game. You got to take some shots downfield, especially you're down 8 right now. The Lions are kind of on a roll. They have all the momentum at this point.
4th and 4, the punt unit for the Jays on the field. Punted is away, and the Lions going to get the ball back. If you're just joining us back and you were here before the drop of the stream, all you missed was a 3-and-out from the Jays. We are good to go. Internet likes to cause problems, but here we are.
I wish it didn't, Wouldn't that be nice?
1st and 10 now for the Lions. They're going to hand off to Jewell, and Jewell is going to try to find the outside, but just great contained by the Jays defense.
If he was able to get towards the sideline, he had a great block from the right tackle, who's all the way on the left side of the field. Mark Walker had a nice pancake block out in the secondary. Jewell might still be, out racing everybody to the end zone.
Looks like the last play before the end of the 3rd quarter. Vincent going to take the snap. Standing around the pocket, plenty of time, good protection, finds his man for the 1st down. You can't give him that much time, and Brody Fisher with his 8th reception of the day.
Yeah, 3 more than last week, 50 more yards than last week as well. He's been just fantastic, the go-to guy so far for Vincent as we head into the final quarter of play.
Get your 4s up in the chat. We have a quarter to go. The Lions have a chance to take control of this game as they're up 21-13 and have the ball.
Yeah, Jays need to get a quick stop here. I mean, the Lions are already driving. They cannot allow any more points from the Lions. As the Jays have kind of stalled out in the last, quarter and a half.
1st and 10 at the 38. Imperative for the Jays that they keep him out of the end zone on this drive. Vincent, quick throw to Jewell out of the backfield, going to gain 2.
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball to their playmaker out in the open field, but unfortunately there's just 3 defenders surrounding him as soon as he catches that pass.
2nd and 8 now for Lions. Trying to keep their unbeaten streak. They were down by 10 earlier in this game and have battled all the way back to now up 21-13. Handoff to Jewell up the middle and nothing there. A-plus performance from this Jays run defense.
Yeah, Ryder Bancroft in there. First time we've called his name tonight, the defensive tackle. But yeah, the front 7, I mean, really the entire defense has been phenomenal in containing Jewell.
You couldn't really ask much more from this defense. 3rd and 8 now for receivers. See if they can force probably a punt in this spot. Vincent drops back. Going to throw out route. Wide open is Stanley Morris down to the 21.
Stan the man. He beats his man, Corey Mathis. They have the slot guy on him. And Stanley Morris, really fast quarterback turned wide receiver. Look at this route. Just shredded him. Mathis didn't stand a chance. And Al Gibson picks up his 9th tackle in that secondary for the Jays.
Gibson's just a tackling machine, but now the Lions down to the 21. You really needed that 3rd down stop if you were the Jays, but unfortunately they weren't going to get it. And now expecting to go to Jewell. They're stacking the box. Jewell, great play there. That was Sheared Richard on the tackle. And Jewell just ups. He's getting frustrated. I mean, they're winning, but he has had nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of run play they call, powers, ISO, tosses, delays. He is just getting swallowed up by this defense.
2nd and 10. Handoff right side. Jewell has a little bit of a lane. Closes up quickly, though. Only a gain of 6.
Yeah, every time it looks like he's about to explode through there to get to that second level, everybody just closes so fastly on him. And that was Dennis Kennard, another tackle for the middle linebacker. This is a huge play here. 3rd and 4. The kickers have not been automatic here tonight. So you get the stop. There's no guarantee that the field goal is going to be made.
Jays looking like they're betting on the run. Offside is going to give him a free first down. And that would have been stopped, too, as Falconer knocked that one away. But it's not going to matter. Another mental mistake here from this Jays defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's the 2nd time in as many drives that they've got to stop on a crucial play, but it doesn't matter. Last time it was Todd Keller jumping off sides from his left end spot. This time it's the right end, Sheared Richard with a bonehead mistake.
First down now for the Lions after that bonehead mistake. Too many second chances on this drive for the Lions. Vincent going to throw it. He has his man. He has a touchdown. The Lions take this lead, and now they're about to have a 15-point lead with 8:22 to go. After being down 10-0, the Lions have throttled this game and are cruising.
Yeah, I mean, they put the gas pedal to the floor, and they have not let up. I mean, they're cruising. That's all they're doing right now. Easy touchdown for Riley Skinner. I mean, the defense might just be getting exhausted at this point. They have really been putting their all into every play to try to stop Jewell. But again, it's the old-time story for the Jays. The offense is kind of holding them back here tonight.
That kick is good. 28-13 now with 8:22 to go. In this one, yeah, and you mentioned the offense. Harlan having a really shaky day so far. He hasn't been able to really push the ball downfield like he's wanted to, especially since really the first quarter he hasn't been able to connect with his receivers as much. This Lions defense, ball hawking, secondary ball hawking, linebackers ball hawking, defensive line. Everyone's a ball hawk on this team. Forcing mistakes, unforced errors, and forced errors, and they're capitalizing on them here in the second half.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, they've had 3 takeaways in every single game this season. They've got 15 now, and all their wins have been by 1 score, though. So, I mean, I like the Jays' chances to climb back in this one. And, I feel like the Lions always just have a slugfest till the end. So don't count out the Jays just yet. But right now, it's looking a little rough, especially for this offense.
It's going to be an out route here to Brian Walters. They're going to call him out of bounds. I don't know about that one.
Wow. That was one of the most egregious misses by a ref I've ever seen. He was clearly in bounds. Might have had 2 feet as well.
They're going to challenge it. There's the challenge flag from Dan Short, and yeah, I think he's going to win this one easily.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't even close. I mean, ref, are you good? You all right, buddy?
See if we get a good look at this. Harlan, throws it, and our camera angle's terrible, but we can even see that he got a foot down.
Yeah.
So that's going to be complete for about a 4 or 5 yard out, and certainly R62 is going to agree with us.
Yeah, and that's a big play. That's the difference between 3rd and 10 right now. It's what, 3rd and 5 coming up probably.
No, 2nd and 5.
So, 2nd and 5 rather. Well, still, that's a big play. You gotta get some yards, get your quarterback back in a rhythm, and that's a good start to the drive.
We'll get to see if Ian Harlan has that clutch gene, as he needs some clutch drives here to wrap this game up. He's going to throw it here out, swing pass to Emery Schofield, who's not going to have much. He's not had a good day on those swing passes. South Central scouted that out pretty effectively.
Yeah, really good tackle. Schofield, he had one catch early on in the game where he was able to turn upfield and break a tackle, get a first down. But good job containing him on that one. 3rd and 3. Expect some out routes.
Jay Washington saying, if this was Dallas, San Francisco, that's incomplete.
That's tough.
3rd and 3 now for the Jays. They need this first down. Harlan going to throw the out route to Sams, and Sams comes up on 3rd downs, as he so often does, for the first down.
Man, look at me calling the plays out. I said out routes. There they are. 4 or 5 yards, first down. And now, this probably isn't going to be what happens, but if I'm Dan Short, I take a shot downfield. Go to Walters. I think he's the fastest receiver on the team. So just take a shot, maybe a corner route.
Optimus is a free agent coach. If you're looking for a coach here.
Oh, boy.
1st and 10. See if they follow your advice. It does look like they might be taking a shot. Harlan, plenty of time across the middle, finds his man, Sams, in a small window, and Harlan moving the chains once again. Forge and chat saying, looks like the Jays are about to take an L.
That's tough. Hey, there's still plenty of time, Forge. This game. You know that you could score 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes. So anything can happen here at the end of this one. But, I called that. They were going to take a shot downfield, and Harlan was looking for a very long time for a deep target. And I think he was looking for Walters, just like I mentioned. But pretty good coverage down there, and found Sams instead.
Lions were sitting on that as well. Must have been listening to the broadcast. Harlan going to throw out route Sams once again. Favorite target on this drive, another gain of 5.
And he gets out of bounds, too, stops the clock. That could be huge going towards the end of this game. Just under 7 to go, down 15. You definitely need a touchdown on this drive, though.
Sams, 10 receptions on 11 targets, and, man, he's been a major part of this offense. As a 2nd and 5. You got to keep this chains going. You got to score quickly here as taken under 6 minutes 40 seconds ago. Another out route to Sams. Going to bring up 3rd down. Jay Wash asking, is there a doubleheader today? There is. If you stick around, there will be a doubleheader showing up, if I'm not mistaken. The game is Pacific Pirates taking on the International Comets. Should be a good one. Me and Klein will not be on the call, but I do believe Klein might be in the chat. So stick around for that one.
I'll be in the chat for sure.
I'll probably be in the chat too. And if the stream drops again, I'll be getting yelled at from Klein. Harlan got to throw the out route here. It's going to be caught, first down, Walter. So yeah, stick around for that one. Should be good. Good game. Both those teams are very competitive. And 3-1 versus 2-2. You're going to have a good one.
Yeah, it's crazy to think. Like, you and I watching International before we started, streaming these games officially. If either of us said that, there's a chance that the Comets could be 2-3 after 5 weeks, we both would have just said that we were crazy.
Harlan going to throw. Gets it off as he gets hit, and that's going to be complete. Finds Bridges across the middle, and that's going to bring up 2nd and inches. Ford's asking, is Sams the number 1 receiver in the country?
Well, he's the number 1 receiver on Northeast. That's about as far as that goes. No, I think, me personally, I'd go with Clay Kersley and Tyron Trent as 1 and 2. After that, there's some pretty decent ones, but those are the elite receivers so far.
Run up the middle. We don't see the run too much, but Van converting there on short yardage, and to the 21, the Jays go. About to be under 5 minutes left in this game. Need to score quick.
Yeah, take a shot to the end zone here. Go for Sam's. Come on, brother. Throw it, Harlan. I believe. I'm not biased, I promise.
100% not biased commentary here at the Hammer Cline Universe.
Hey, it's high school. Who cares?
Running to Van, who has some space, and his best run of the day is going to go for 5. We haven't seen him in the game plan too much, but hey, getting some yards when it counts. But yeah, I'd like to see a shot to the end zone here. And then we might see it. He doesn't get the throw, but he's going to throw end zone shot. Picked off in the end zone.
Oh, man.
And the Lions force yet another turnover, and it's Bell. We were dogging on him all day.
Well, he just shut us up, didn't he? That's the 4th INT for this defense. That's the most takeaways they've had in a game. They are now up to 16 takeaways, and crazy.
I expect to just go to Jewel here with 4:30 to go, but with how this run game has been, Jays may get the ball back.
Yeah,
Ford's just saying he's a stat monster these 2 weeks, Sam's, when it comes to Sam's. I agree. I mean, Sam's, I think, maybe the most underrated receiver in the country.
He is really good.
Chants from the fans of Mort. After Harlan throws his 4th pick. And, I mean, to be fair, he missed what may have been a sure touchdown at the top of the screen on that play.
He was wide open. I mean, I was calling it while the play was happening. I mean, man, that's tough.
Toss to the right to Jewel. And, my goodness, they may not have won this game, but they have shown the blueprint for how to stop Jewel.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they've killed him. They've taken him completely out of this game. Not that it's really mattered a whole lot since their offense can't get out of their own damn way. But, I mean, hats off to this defense. Dan Short had his boys ready to play, but his quarterback, there was a couple picks where they were just deflected and they were crazy interceptions. But there's been definitely quite a handful or two of questionable passes here from Harlan.
3rd and 12. See if the Jays can stop and get the ball back for a desperation miracle attempt. Jewel's going to run for a gain of 3. And we will get maybe some dramatics to finish this game. You know we do love our dramatics here in the Hammer Cline Universe.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's still plenty of time left, guys. There's going to be about 2:20 to go-ish around there after this punt. And Northeast, all 3 timeouts left. Harlan is a gunslinger, so who knows? We could see a 5th interception here. We could see a crazy comeback. Who knows? Strap yourselves in, boys.
Forge saying the short Mort connection.
Oh, man.
I think Klein is muting and crying between plays. Every single time he reads that. Walter's not much of a return. 46-yard line's where they're going to get started. Harlan, can he shake it off? Is he going to throw another pick? I guess we will see here on this drive. There's Mort Hall running around the sideline.
That was not Mort Hall.
It was.
Well, they have 2 number 9s. They have Mort Hall and who was the other one? I don't know. I think it was a punter. But
that was Mort Hall.
Oh, my goodness. Good old Mort Hall. Well, they didn't put him out there. Harlan's still out there.
1st and 10 now for Harlan. You're going to throw it as, you have to, but just a check down to Van. Van's going to try to turn upfield, get 2, and a hurry-up offense here. Just over 2 minutes to go in the game. You want to try to get down without wasting a timeout. You're down 2 scores. It's not impossible, but you're going to need something pretty miraculous. As we're going to hit the 2-minute warning after that throw. And score 28-13 here, South Central. Lions on their way to a 5-0 start to the season. Who would have guessed?
I mean, we thought they were going to be pretty good, but I mean, I don't think we expected them to just not have an L on the season. They've been really good. Their defense, historic. I mean, no matter what league they're in, 16 takeaways in 5 games. That's insane.
That is, I don't know if that will ever be matched. Harlan going to throw. Slant route's going to be missed. Bounces off
goodness.
Art Swain, who just didn't turn his head around quick enough. And Lyle almost had the 5th pick of the ball game. 4th and 2, obvious 4-down territory. The one advantage of that play is it stops the clock.
Art Swain, say it ain't so, brother. You got to come up with that pass. I mean, that was a good throw from Harlan too, right on the money. I don't know if it hit him in the helmet or not, but that's tough.
4th and 2, offsides, free play. See if they can take advantage. They will get the first down, and we'll get a little stoppage here for Mr. R62 to come out and tell us what's happening.
Well, what's happening is first down for the Jays, and if I'm Dan Short, I'm taking a shot to the end zone on this play. Swain bringing Harlan more pain. Yeah, poor guy. As if 4 picks isn't enough pain already.
Not been his night. And it looked like we were starting off. It looked like the Jays were going to run away with this.
The craziest thing to me is, despite Northeast's struggles on offense this season, they were #1 in turnovers. They only had 3 coming into today's game, and now they have 7.
This Lions defense is for real. I think we're starting to see that maybe they're not just an illusion. Harlan under pressure, going to go down. He's going to be sacked down at midfield. This Lions defense has so good at creating negative plays, whether that be interceptions, fumbles, sacks, and the Jays are just don't know what to do. Harlan's going to throw it deep, tipped up, and bouncing around. It's going to be incomplete after playing a little volleyball with that.
Oh, we're out here playing hot potato at midfield. I don't know what's going on. That should have been picked off like 5 times. But you mentioned, the defense getting to the quarterback. That was Warren on the sack. Paul Warren, the left end. He had one last week as well. So there's so many great playmakers on this defense that can get to the quarterback or intercept passes. It's really fun to watch.
3rd and 19. You don't have to get all back here, but you do need a chunk play. Harlan drops back, throws it deep across the middle. Going to be caught. Nigel Sams down to the 28. They will take a timeout. Not a fan of that call, but, I guess you need to take your breath.
I mean, how can you not be a fan of that? They got the first down on 3rd and very long. Yeah, they had to call a timeout, but, at this point, you're going to have to use them anyway. You're going to need an onside kick no matter what. As the time is just running down. But first, you got to get in the end zone. So, without that first down, they are in a really tough spot. It's Harlan closing in on 400 yards, but 4 INTs.
Same formation at the 28-yard line. Minute 27 to go. Going to throw it deep. Sams again. It's going to be tipped and nearly picked off. Sams was the intended target, and they were sitting on that one.
They've been sitting on Sams this whole drive. They know he's going to be the target, and Harlan he's fearless. Sometimes that could be a problem. You think you can make the throw, maybe you can, but those DBs are watching your eyes and reading your every movement.
2nd and 10 now. Harlan, same formation. I will keep an eye on Sams. Top of your screen.
Post corner.
And he's going to go down for the sack. Lions get to him, and they're going to take their 2nd timeout. Perry
Sidney, man, he has been a beast. He also had a sack last week. Got one here tonight. I believe Harlan has been sacked 4 times. He's been picked off 4 times. The Lions also forced a fumble. I can't remember who it was. It was somebody out in their secondary. It might have been Ralph Roach earlier on in the game, and Wilson almost recovered it.
3rd and 18. They're going to throw it here. Harlan moving around, throws it up, and incomplete. Misses Art Swain or York Bass under pressure again. This Lions defense has forced a lot of pressure. And 4th and 18 coming up for really, for the Jays. This is, fall 1 to 1 and 4. That's a hard place to come back from.
Yeah, they don't have an easy end to their season either. So you hate to see it, but something to build off of though from last week and then this week. It's been rough.
And he's going to go down. What a fitting end for this game. Harlan brought down to the turf by the Lions defense. Wilson on the sack. Landon Wilson and the Lions take over.
Was he just sacked 3 plays in a row? My goodness. Perry Sidney got in on there. Paul Warren got a sack. Asante Cobb. And now Landon Wilson gets a sack. They're just taking turns. Wilson is the one that had the forced fumble last week that Gerard Wilson ended up recovering. So, everybody on this defense They're all playmakers, and it's really fun to watch. I don't know if they're the best defense. I mean, obviously in terms of takeaways, I still believe that Southeast has the number one defense all around. They've been extremely fun to watch, and the main reason why the Raiders are 3-1 in the season because their offense has been less than stellar, but doing enough for them to have a nice record.
Forge saying we believe in Coach Short and QB Mort. Third and
oh man,
the Jays will get the ball back. You know, a chance for Harlan to throw a 5th interception,
or a touchdown.
I do think actually the time will run out after depending on if they snap the punt.
Well, they'll snap the punt and they'll have 20 seconds or so, 25 seconds, maybe 30. Forge, you're breaking my heart trying to get my boy Harlan benched.
And with that, Neil, I think that's going to do it. The Lions stay undefeated. Who can tame the kitty cats? Ain't the Jays. And let's take a look at the schedule here for these two teams. The Lions, undefeated over halfway through the season. They take on the Raiders next week.
I can't wait.
Circle that in pen right now. That's game of the week. And the Jays, they have the Eagles, so hopefully they can rebound against a winless team at this moment.
The Jays are at home for that game as well, and so are the Lions against the Raiders. So this crowd is pretty good for these Lions. So it's really fun to hear them screaming for their team.
What a game. What a performance from this Lions team. You're looking at the stats here. Statistically, Jays defense really, really played well, but the Lions defense, 4 turnovers forced, and that was the difference. Only 39 yards on the ground for Laverne Jewell.
Yeah, I mean, Jewell just completely shut out of this game plan, but again, the Lions defense, it won them this game. This is their first win on the season that was not by 1 score. They win this one by 15. That's their biggest victory margin. Before this game, it was 6. So definitely a nice performance. A great way to end it. They were down 10-0 at one point. Let's not forget about that. And they just stormed away with all those takeaways. A lot of pressure on Harlan. He was either throwing picks or on his backside tonight.
We love you, Forge. You're the best. And you make these streams way more fun.
We might have to see Mort Hall next week, huh?
I mean, how Harlan's playing, I don't know. Maybe we'll see what Dan Short does. It might break Klein's heart. If he's not on the stream with me next week, you'll know why. Don't forget, stick around after this. Pacific Pirates travel to take on the International Comets. That's a game won't be called, but we'll be in the chat talking to you guys, see how these two teams do. Then, coming back on Thursday night, we got Southwest Titans Southeast Raiders, this game of the week in the Northwest North Central game. Player of the game, let's take a look. Aiden Vincent's going to win player of the game. Good performance from him. I wish I could just give it to that entire defense, but a good game from him, and he gets the win.
Yeah, again, very efficient. 25 of 29, 2 touchdowns. Last week, he was 11 of 14, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's not doing anything, super crazy as far as, blowing up the stat sheet like Harlan did last week with over 440 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. But, he's doing enough. He reminds me, he's like a little bit better than Jasper Ives, I think, of Southeast. And we're going to see that matchup in week 6. So circle that on the calendar. Looking forward to that one. Can't wait.
That's going to do it from us here in the HCU studios. I'm Hammer. He's Klein. Have a good one.
Take it easy, guys.